Okay. Valdarun's words there. Laughed off. So what you're trying to say? Spit it out! I don't have time for this. Valdarun edging closer to the prospect of prison, I think. The flow of pure colto has stopped coming up from the ocean floor. Your submersible arose at approximately the same time as this occurred. We have deemed you responsible. If the Republic has broken its neutrality treaty with us, the repercussions shall be very grave indeed. What have you done to the colto supply? We warn you, human, if you lie to us, we will know. Force persuade doesn't work on these. We've tried it before, so we won't even try it again. We could blame the Sith. Or we could tell the truth. Oh, okay, okay. Ah. Valdarun tried his best. To blame the Sith. We'd have more luck with force persuade, surely. Ah! The Sith? But how could the Sith have been there when we had... What? How could the Sith have approached it without us knowing? Yes, this seems plausible. There was some mad Selkath down there. Maybe some Selkath were helping them. We already know that they were in cahoots with the young Selkath from before. Some Selkath? Oh, they were willing to turn to the dark side, for God's sake. Exactly. Exactly. Have you seen this? Is this how you know of it? Of course I've seen it. With my bloody 2 eyes I've seen it. There were many Selkath down there. What? Your lies do not fool us. I will warn you against lying to us again. Now, what really occurred? What do you mean, what really occurred? I just told you what occurred. Valdarun looking at them rather inquisitively here. Were they just playing along with his lies just to make him look like a fool by digging himself deeper into a grave? Shall he continue? Or shall he admit he was lying? No. We'll continue our charade of lies. It was the Sith. They poisoned the colto, I tell you. Oh. Oh boy. Valdarun, why? Pay the price, eh? What facilities? Seems the judges are in a bit of an argument here. Oh boy. Banned forever? On pain of death? No! I've got bounties to cash in on! I've done nothing wrong! Oh, it's gonna get a bit rowdy here. What? But I've got bounties! Bounties, I tell you! Oh my god, no, I'm not having this. I am not having this. Get me off this ship. I have bounties to collect. I will not have those stupid fish faces telling me what I can and can't do. Bastila, HK, we're going down again. Right, let's quickly save it. I don't know, Demo 1 or something. Okay, savey. I reckon the doors will be locked. Won't give us a choice. Access to Atto City denied. I can just picture Valdarun banging his arm on the door. Let me in! I've got bounties to collect, you idiots! No! I was about to become member of a guild of assassins. I've been lucrative. It would have been lucrative. Ah! Damn you! And your flaming planet of water and crap. I hate you. A rather sour end. And it's the permanent burst of speed glitch again. I can't believe it. We will never know what it would be like to be a member of the Geno Haradan. It would have been fun. We would have, as I say, it would have been lucrative, surely. Cashing in on bounties, assassinating people that deserve to be assassinated. It would have been a hoot. Right. Before we jet off, I think it's time for a quick chat with our crew members to check in before we head off to our final destination, which will be the last planet where the final star map piece is. Valdarun is extremely angry. Right, I'm going to use Burst of Speed to hopefully end this little glitch again.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
Make me a security spy.
No problem. Just so happens I've got one here I've been working on. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Cool. Who's next? HK. Generally doesn't have anything to say to us usually. So we'll save Candress till the last. Jolie.
Got something on your mind, dude?
You know, when we talked... oh, wait a minute. Oh, Sunray, yes. What do you think of Sunray's verdict?
You defended him well enough. I wish we had time to look into matters more fully, but wishing is only useful for the young and idealistic. What's done is done. The Republic will likely appeal the matter eventually, and he'll be free. I just would like to know if that's best. Sunry was a good man once, and a good friend. I'll miss him. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches.
Okay, very good. Right, yes.
Got something on your mind, do you?
Yes, you didn't actually tell me why you decided to come. You just spoke in riddles and harped on about a story about an old Jedi who got blown to bits or something.
No, I never did I?
Are you always going to be this elusive?
Elusive? Me elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
Alright, but move on where?
To bed. I'm old and tired, you know.
Come on.
How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters and the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
No, maybe not, I suppose.
There. Now, was that so hard? An old man has to be allowed some petty eccentricities. Nice to see you agree for once. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued.
Wait a minute. You know what my destiny is?
Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you, but... I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
No. Please tell me more of these things you see. This darkness.
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. That can't be all bad.
Who's Nomi?
Nomi, Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
Chatting up old men? Don't be so ridiculous. Right. I don't like any of these options. Okay. So you're observing everything, are you?
Nonsense. Have I ever refused to help you when you asked? How confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo!
I think Valdarun's warming to Jolie. God forbid. Ask him more about his adventuring days later on. Maybe we might. Yeah. I think Valdarun's calmed down considerably after the Kashyyyk incident. And is, I wouldn't quite say liking Jolie, that's an overstatement, but putting up with him? More along the point. Right, Zalba? Just checking in. Don't get excited. Do you have anything more to say about yourself? Oh, I've seen this before, haven't I? Okay. Okie dokie. She's a miserable cow. I think we'll just speak with Bastel, and then we'll go to speak with Candress, and then we're going to head off.
How can I help?
Nothing at all.
Then I suggest we move on.
Okie dokie.
Yes,
Kathy?
what's on your mind?
Nothing?
You got it.
Alright. Candress it is. Right, folks, it's that time again. Kick back. Get in a comfortable position. Grab yourself a glass of milk and some cookies. It's story time with Candress.
Yeah, what do you want?
Hours of more stories.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us.
Oh dear. But if Revan hadn't stopped you, someone else might have done, eh?
There was no one else. The entire Republic had committed its forces behind Revan. The Sith had retreated back to their empire, and there were none else strong enough to challenge us. It looked like the entire galaxy was within our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
Wow. So what happened in the battle?
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Holy cow, he sounds like quite the genius. So why didn't you retreat?
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know?
No, thank you. As per usual, your stories I find to be rather intriguing. Thank you.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
So, Candress describes the end of the Mandalorian Wars, a massive final grand finale between the Mandalorian forces and the Republic, led by Mr. Revan here. In his good days, of course. And apparently he was a tactical genius and was the single sole responsibility and reason that the Republic defeated the Mandalorians. And then he turned evil. As tends to happen in these sorts of affairs.